not my project. Well, I was hoping to fire up that Camaro here in the next hour or so, but my plans drastically changed because the kid just called and said he's stranded about 30 miles from here. So what do? We throw some straps in the Bel-verado. We're gonna hook up to the trailer. We're gonna go try and rescue him, I guess. I haven't had time to fix my oil leak yet, but I found this on my shelf I forgot I had. Seal lube, seal expander. It's not petroleum based, so it doesn't ruin the seals. My dad used it back in the day on a few things and he had great success with it. So what could it hurt? Hopefully nothing. It's for power steering seals, rack and pinion seals, transmission seals, and crankshaft main seals. Fast and efficient, right up my alley. It is safe to repeat treatment if the seal ever leaks in the future. This sounds like an easy button win for me. Well, things have taken a turn for the worse. Bel-verado got on the highway and crapped out. Pretty sure it's a TPS sensor, but I'm not risking having two stranded vehicles a half hour away from here. So we are gonna disconnect from this, hook up to the truck, and then go rescue him, I guess. You know, it's just when it rains, it pours kinds of situations, I guess. Yeah. Well, we made it. You know, attempt number 2. Here's the daily roadkill truck. Pretty sure it's a fuel pump, but we're gonna just check fuses and wiring and, you know, the basics before we start cutting a hole in the box to get a fuel pump out.
They're not ordered yet.
Switch your key on. Wow. No. It's got power to the fuse, so that's a good sign.
What a hell of a day today.
It sounds like it.
Sorry about the wind. It's every time I'm outside recording, this is what it does. Well, the obvious checks check out okay, so I think the next option is going to be taking it home, cutting a little hole in the bed, and then checking for power at the fuel pump before we yank it. But it's probably a fuel pump.
Damn kid and his toys.
Don't buy a Chevy, they suck.
There you go, now straighten them. You're good. Stop.
Cherry Mountain, how you doing?
Is that what you're doing under there?
No,
Don't get your brake line.
I'm under it.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I am bummed that the Bel-verado's not doing this trip right now. But we'll get her fixed. We'll get her fixed. We made her home. Truck's on the trailer still, right in front of the garage. We're gonna fix it right here. That's easier. Oh, we cut a pretty clean hole. That's pretty good. We should probably figure out if that comes off like a plug, and if it does, we should check and make sure you have power there before you go yanking the pump out. I kind of feel like that's a plug,
So it just pops off?
but I don't want to wreck it if it's not. Well, that's sharp. You're gonna cut the shit out of your arm. You should probably get a flat wheel and kind of smooth some of that out so you don't cut yourself up. The wife is taking the kid because he had to cut his hose, so now he needs a way to splice it back together. But we got the old fuel pump switched out. Let's hope it's what was wrong with it, because we never did test the other one. We just assumed this was what was wrong with it after some basic diagnostics. Looks like it's sitting in there pretty good. It did a good job for how rusty and crappy everything is here. This hole, we're just gonna cover that up with the bed liner. So the bed liner's plastic, it's hard. He doesn't use it for work, it's fine. And then we should be able to get this thing up and going. There's his line he's got hooked up yet. His hose just came up a little too short. Don't know where he gets that from. Well, update on the old truckster here. He probably calls it like white lightning. I call it like a dark cloud, but whichever. Anywho, still fuel pump is not working. And then I get asked, will it work without that ground hooked up? No, No, it will not. You need power and ground. So he's working on that currently.
Don't be telling everyone my stuff.
See, this is how you learn, folks. He would have never learned that if I had just done it for him. Jump pack.
No, you gotta plug it in.
That's
You got the extension.
Oh my god.
I thought I was tough to work with. So apparently hooking the ground up didn't fix the problem, so I'm going to do what I wanted to do from the get-go, and we're going to wire power directly to it and see if it's a relay maybe or a wire issue somewhere and go from there, because I don't know. Well, running a direct power wire to the pump did nothing, so we got to have wiring issues internally, because I ran power directly to the old pump and it works. So he's gonna take it out again, and we're gonna check what's going on with the wiring, because no matter what I run power to, nothing is happening in there. So we got to see what's going on. Something obviously is not getting from here into there. All right, I don't know what we had to do. Well, this is what we had to do. The connections are all fried up here, so I did a marvelous wiring job. Hopefully it works inside a gas tank, not really sure, but we tested it on the trailer here, and she's pumping again, so it must have had a bad connection and power wasn't getting through. But now I think we're good. Put her back in, go eat some dinner.
Should we put it in before we lock it down with this? Try it once I get, like, put the gas in, hook up all my hoses, and before I lock this in, try it, just because this is kind of starting to get a little dickered.
Well, it worked out here. I don't know why it would be different there.
Those up, just not lock this down.
Oh, you can.
Will it still shoot fuel?
As long as your hoses are hooked up, you'll be fine. But make sure you put your ring on before you put it in. Yeah, make sure the tabs are facing up.
Tabs facing up, so it's got to go in that way. And around the...
No, that's upside down. No, you're right. I'm sorry. Ew.
What?
Gross.
Yeah, it's yellow now. Thank you.
It'll burn.
I'm sure it will. If not, I know a guy that knows how to drop gas tanks.
If you don't cut your wires there.
Yeah. You want to go down and so they get caught on the frame. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can't see anything. Oh, I got one.
Oh, I'm a dummy.
What? You gotta take it all the way back out then? Yep. Ah, shit boxes. They're so fun until they're not. All right, he's gonna wrap that up, get her all finished up. I'm gonna go in. I'm done for the day. It's been a long one. We'll keep it posted if this thing starts or not. We'll give you the update. Well, we did get that running last night. He got that fuel pump back in and she fired right up. So now, as long as everything's still good this morning, she better get it off the trailer and he should be good to go. Yeah, I made my wife drive because I got dirty hands. I don't wanna. This is so much easier when somebody else does it. Don't worry about the door sag, that's probably normal. Well, it made it off the trailer. That's all I care about. Bye-bye, have fun, see you later. Truck runs, helped them get that going. The Camaro runs, we got that going. Maybe one of these days I'll work on my own stuff again. Hopefully, probably not. Well, now that the kids' truck is up and running and fixed, the Camaro's gone, I can finally work on my own junk. I think it's a TPS sensor. I don't really know for sure. It's just the code it was throwing. If it's not that, it's probably the accelerator pedal sensor itself. But I'm gonna start with the TPS because it's riveted on, so that tells me it's the original and never been swapped out before. It's riveted. The new one comes with nuts and bolts, so I'm just gonna drill these guys out and see what happens. So I still gotta get these rest of these rivets are still in here. I'm super glad that this didn't all just spring out in your face like a damn clock, because that would have not been good. I would have been going to the junkyard to get a new one because I wouldn't have been able to figure that out. But got the old one off. I mean, it looks fine. But what do I know? Who knows? It's gonna be changed either way. So here's the new one. I think it's on there properly. I tried to guide it up. I should get a light and double check, but I'm pretty sure it's on there. And then it comes with screws and you just screw it back together. Yep, I would definitely say that's on there properly. Oh, that was my head. Seems simple, so something's probably gonna go wrong. Yeah, this is totally a good job for fat hands and fat fingers. They don't give you a whole lot of room on the back side of this to get it tightened up. So yes, I'm using a needle nose pliers to hold the nut. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And if it works, is it really that dumb? If you know the sign of a really good hose clamp, is a sign of a really good hose clamp is when you have the screw come out that's used to tighten it. It's the best option. Okay, so that's back on. Not sure if it fixes the problem or not. The kit did come with a new plug, and every single wire is white, so that makes color matching super easy. But I think, oh, look at that, that was pulling out of there. This little, not sure if it was the plug itself or just the purple piece was pulling out of there. Anyways, this is a brand new harness, so unless there's something wrong with this, I'm just gonna plug this back into it. And we're gonna hope that we're good. So we're all back together, secure, plugged in. Let's fire this baby up and see how we're looking. If we fixed anything or just spent money on parts I didn't need, I don't know. It was a trying day, so I just bought the first thing that made sense. Throttle position. Now we're in that mode. Reduced engine power. Why? Why is that? Do I need to relearn it? Maybe I need to relearn it. Let's try that. So I found the correct technique for relearning the TPS sensor. So we're gonna start with that and cross our fingers and try not to expect the worst. So turn the key on, but not running. Wait for all the gauges and lights to do their things. Slowly depress the accelerator pedal to the floor and hold for 3 seconds. 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000. Slowly release the pedal until it's all the way back up. Shut the key off. Start the engine and allow it to idle for 3 minutes. Well, I was so discouraged when I was having 0 results working on my own crap after helping everybody else get their stuff going that I just called it quits that day. It's been a day or so. I'm back out here. This time, I may just prove to you more that I'm an idiot. I don't know. Anywho, I think I figured out why this sensor, the throttle position sensor, wasn't working. There was a gasket that I thought was attached to the throttle body. No. The new one, now I can't get it off. The new one has its own gasket in there. I tried to put it together with this gasket still attached to here and this gasket in here, and it only went on yay far, or whatever it was, right to the edge of that metal. It was right to the edge there. I don't think that it was far enough. I think I came up a little short is what I'm saying. So now that I got that gasket out of there, I'm gonna put it all back together. I'm gonna clean this gunk. I mean, look at this gunk in here. Ew. I'm gonna clean all that out of there, put it all back together, and then see if it works. Maybe. Those ones are rough.
I would say. That doesn't smell as good as the brake clean. Not saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That cleaned up pretty good.
Yeah, better than it was, so has to be an improvement.
That little hole right there. Does something come out of that or go in that?
It goes right through.
Oh.
So it's like an idle circuit thing. I really don't know. I've never messed with one of these before. But I'm just gonna go plug it in and see if it wants to register that it's even hooked up. I'm really not even sure if this is gonna work if I just plug it in with the throttle body off. Will that let me know if the throttle body is gonna work? I don't know. Does it need to be running? I don't know these things, people. Okay, finally got the key. Like I said, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Being the Bel-verado is not running, but it's worth a try. Ooh, I hear noises. Oh yeah, she's working. You're gonna push the throttle for me? So to confirm, you can test them this way. It is actually working. That's perfect, that's working. All right, shut it off, shut the key off. That's a win. Moral of the story is when you get frustrated, just walk away from it. Okay, we got a throttle, so that's a bonus. Gonna hook the old scan tool up here. Let's erase the codes and scan it again. 0443, that's an evap. Only code we have. So that's perfect. We'll give the old live data a little scope out here and see how we're looking. I think this is a win. Well, I call that a win. She's back home, no problems. We'll get her out some more this next couple of days and we'll really test her and make sure she's good to go. But for now, from going to rescue the kid, to having my own breakdowns, to getting it all fixed and done. It's been a good couple of days. Thanks for watching. See ya.